We are closing in on the final 3 weeks of the presidential race, with President Trump recovering from COVID, resuming campaign appearances, and facing an uphill climb if the polls are correct. Overnight, his doctors saying Trump is no longer at risk of transmitting the coronavirus to others. Tomorrow, he's scheduled to go to Florida, Johnstown, Pennsylvania on Tuesday, and Des Moines, Iowa on Wednesday.
Saturday, on the south lawn of the White House, Trump supporters were required to bring a mask, but they did not necessarily maintain social distance, as you can see. In Florida, his campaign says rally attendees will get temperature checks, masks, and access to hand sanitizer.
And all of this after a week when 10 states hit a record number of new coronavirus cases. Let's begin in Washington and the president's first post-hospital White House event. ABC's Rachel Scott joins us with more. Rachel, good morning.
Whit, good morning. It was the president's first time back in front of his supporters since being diagnosed with COVID-19. After being sidelined with the virus, the president making a return to the campaign trail, but he is behind in the polls and facing growing questions about his health and business dealings. With just 23 days to go, President Trump emerging from the White House balcony, taking off his mask to briefly address a crowd of hundreds.
First of all, I'm feeling great. I don't know about you. How's everyone feeling?
In his first public event since testing positive for COVID-19, still insisting the virus will one day disappear.
It's going to disappear. It is disappearing, and vaccines are going to help, and the therapeutics are going to help a lot.
And just 2 weeks after a cluster of coronavirus cases were traced to this Rose Garden ceremony, Saturday on the South Lawn, hundreds standing shoulder to shoulder once again. All attendees were required to bring a face mask, this time many choosing to wear it, others taking theirs off as the president spoke. 5 days out of the hospital, the president seen with bandages on his hands. Overnight, the White House releasing this memo from the president's doctor, saying Trump is no longer considered a transmission risk to others and is clear to return to an active schedule. His campaign already pressing forward with back-to-back rallies this week.
He's going to do all those and a lot more. Honestly, the president is the one that's challenging us to make sure that we have the schedule ready and ready to go.
But as the president makes his return to the campaign trail, he's down in the polls and facing growing questions about his business dealings. A New York Times report painting a picture of a president who once promised to drain the swamp, reportedly turning his own hotels and resorts into the Beltway's new back rooms. ABC News has not independently verified the documents obtained by the Times, but the report shows more than 200 companies, groups, and foreign governments patronizing Trump properties at a time when his personal empire was struggling financially. Meanwhile, the president's rival, Joe Biden, is now leading by 12 points nationally, according to our latest ABC News Washington Post poll. But Biden's still dodging questions on whether he'll pack the Supreme Court by adding more justices to the bench.
The only court packing going on right now. It's going on with Republicans packing the court now. It's not constitutional what they're doing.
Well, come on, Joe. The American people deserve a straight answer.
And in that latest ABC News Washington Post poll, 58% of registered voters disapprove of the president's handling of the pandemic. But the economy is still a bright spot for President Trump. The majority of registered voters approving of his handling on that front. And when you compare it to the pandemic, twice as many registered voters say that the economy is their single most important issue. Whit?
All right, Rachel Scott for us. Thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.